Forgot I was on mute. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I said it again. Hello, hello. It's a good thing my 9-year-old is not here today or she would roast me. Let me get us set up and going live everywhere we need to be going live. Looks like we're live on Facebook, Instagram. Let me check YouTube and LinkedIn as we all settle in for today's remote job talk. You can chime in, send me a little chat message. Let me know where you're joining me from, what you're looking for today. If you have any questions, we can absolutely start that. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Looks like we are live there. So we are good to go. So feel free to use the little chat wherever you're joining us from, whether that's Facebook or YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Feel free to drop comments, chats. I will be checking that as we go along to answer your questions. And so this is Tuesday Job Talk. You will see, just as a quick heads up, starting next week, we're going to title it Remote Job Talk because sometimes Tuesdays are really hard and I have to reschedule it. So next week, for example, we will not be meeting on Tuesday. I will be doing Remote Job Talk probably on Monday, but stay tuned for the event on any platform that you are watching and joining us from. So, I see Caitlin on Instagram joining us from Venice, Florida. Hello. I'm Katie Castillo, the community expert at VertForce. I am joining you from Anacortes, Washington, just north of Whidbey Islands. I can see it out my window. I'm going to pull up Facebook on my phone. If you've been here before, you know that for some reason I can see them on my phone, but I can't see them on my desktop browser. So I am going to Facebook on my phone. Get that there. And so if you guys have questions, comments, need help, let me know, and I will be answering those as we go along. So like I said, I'm Katie Castillo, community expert at VertForce, and I am here to help you. So we do these talks every single week live to go over remote opportunities that we have available on our job board. We usually talk about upcoming events that we have, and usually I share some kind of job related advice, tip, resources, things like that. And first and foremost, this is a great opportunity for you to ask your questions live and get those questions answered. So if you have any questions, whether that's about resumes or interviews or events or employers or anything related to jobs or VertForce, let me know and I'm happy to help you and I will get those answered for you. I see you've got some first-time joiners here. Hello, I'm glad to have you. Like I said, I do this every week. It changes every week. If you ever want to watch one of our previous ones, you can always join us live, like I said, every week. But on our YouTube, if you go to the little live tab, it'll show you all of our previous ones. So, and our lovely, lovely talent director, Felicia, usually tries to go in and change the titles for me to sort of better direct you to what we're actually talking about in that specific live event. So, ooh, fun. We have somebody joining us from Italy. So that's very exciting. Hello. Thank you for joining me from across the world. That's very fun. Like I said, joining you from Washington. So exciting to have somebody from one of our Oconus spouses or service members joining us. So thank you for joining. We've got a couple other first timers here. So first timers, this is very casual. So if you have questions at all, just let me know as we go along. All right. So I'm going to jump into it and get going to be cognizant of everybody's time. So I'm going to start with our job arsenal. So we have a job board. Some people don't know this, but not only do we help you, we do that by starting with our job board. So we have a private job board full of vetted, legitimate jobs. Most of them are remote, if not location flexible, with military friendly employers. They're, like I said, all vetted, legitimate roles. You will not find scams there. You will not find commission only roles. They have to meet certain standards in order to be on our job board. You do have to make an account. It is a private job board. That only means that you have to sign in order to access everything. Everything we offer is free. All of our resources are free. Everything we have for you is free, but you do have to make an account. So make sure you do that and make sure you sign in so that we can, you can actually access everything. I see it a lot where people are like, you only have 2 jobs. We have more than 2 jobs. If you're not logged in. So even like, so let's say I go to the job board right now. If I'm not fully logged in before I hit the jobs board or see all jobs, you will only see a quick little preview of like 2 or 3 jobs. So make sure you sign in order to see them all. make an account, update your profile settings. That will help us target the jobs that we do send you via email. So new on the job board this morning, we have 2 customer service roles with Travelers. They are hiring multiple people for both of these roles. So that is fantastic. Travelers is, Kimber always calls them the GOAT of benefits because they are incredible. They are super military friendly. And these 2 roles are remote for active duty military spouses. So I know when you go to these job links, it will say that I think that says they're hybrid. Because you are applying from the links in our job board and are a VirtForce candidate, they will be remote for you. These 2 roles specifically. So those 2 roles are going to be the customer service representative and the business insurance customer service representative. They are both full-time remote roles for active duty military spouses. Again, don't panic. When you click it, it will either be location specific or hybrid specific. For active duty military spouses, when you apply through the links on our job board, they will be remote. Okay. But Travelers has tons of benefits. They will provide you with all the equipment you need, paid training. They're fantastic. So this is a great opportunity. I see a question here. Are they OCONUS friendly? They are not OCONUS friendly. They are available in all 50 states. Travelers hires in all 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii, but they do not hire overseas. I'm sorry. I know. It's hard with OCONUS roles. We lived in Japan twice, so I do understand that situation. Travelers hires in all 50 states. If that ever changes, you guys will be the first to know. So if you are in the 50 states, like I said, including Alaska and Hawaii, check out these 2 roles. They do require quiet office hours. So if you are hoping for a role that you can have your kids at home for, just know that this is probably not the best fit for you. You do have to have quiet office hours for both of these roles, but they are they are hiring multiple people for both roles. So get your applications in, make sure that you tailor your resume. Make sure that you do apply through the link on our job board, because when you click that link to take you to the Travelers page to apply, it will mark you as a VirtForce candidate. So you can do that if you are not watching on your phone. You can scan this QR code, or you can go to jobs.virtforce.us to see more about those positions and apply. And then let's see. Hey, Caitlin from Instagram. I see your question about where to start with a resume, and I am going to answer that question in just a few minutes. Okay. Let me get through the jobs real fast, and then I will answer your question about where to start with a resume, because I feel that was me a couple of years ago. So just know you're not alone, but I will answer your question. Okay. So next up, we do have a new role with CVS Health that was put on the job board yesterday. So this is an on-site role with CVS Health. It is an in-person role, just as a heads up. They are looking for a customer service rep in North Carolina, High Point, North Carolina, looking to start in October. CVS Health, it's a W-2 full-time role. They do provide equipment, all that sort of stuff. You get tons of benefits, 401k, paid time off, all of that. It is an on-site role, so just as a quick heads up, you do need to be located near High Point, North Carolina. They are potentially, for the right fit candidate, after you get started, they are willing to consider doing making this a hybrid role, depending on the person that they get to fit in that role. So check that one out. Go back and make sure I've got them all. And then we do still have that pharmacy tech role on site in Hawaii for CVS Health. If anybody is in Hawaii and a pharmacy tech, this is an awesome role for you. And you'll also see, as you scroll down, a bunch of different roles for CVS Health. So these are all of their different career areas, depending on what your background is and what you're looking for in what field. So if you're looking for an MPPA role, or you're looking for clinical careers, if you're looking for customer care, IT tech roles, pharmacy roles, corporate careers, all of that, you can scroll down and click those. We also have listings available for Imagine 360 and Travelers Insurance. So if those 2 customer service roles with Travelers aren't the best fit for you, you can go to the multiple positions available link, and it'll take you over so you can explore all of those roles. See, we have a question from our lovely candidate joining us in Italy, who would like to know, are there any remote jobs OCONUS friendly, since she's in Europe? So at the moment on the job board, we do not have any OCONUS friendly roles. I will say we do get them as often as we can. We're all military spouses and veterans over at VirtForce, and we totally understand the drive for OCONUS friendly roles. Like I said, I lived in Japan twice. And I know how hard it is. So we don't have them on the job board right now. We do get them as often as we possibly can. So if you are not signed up for the job board, make sure you do that, and make sure that you add Kimber at vertforce.io and Kimber at vertforce.us to your address book on your email, because a lot of times the job alerts will end up in your spam or junk folder and you won't see it. And the Oconus friendly roles go so fast. So the job board updates frequently. We had roles on there last week that are no longer on there, right? We have brand new roles that went on yesterday and today, and there's a good chance they won't be on there next week. So they rotate frequently. So just because we don't have an Oconus role now does not mean that we won't have one soon. So just keep an eye out, because we do try to get them as often as possible. The other great way to get notifications about jobs, if email is maybe not where you want to get them or see them, is our VertForce Facebook group. If you are watching from a desktop or somewhere else where you can scan this QR code, it'll take you straight to the VertForce group. If you're watching from your phone, I totally understand. Just search VertForce on Facebook. It is a private group. Make sure you answer the membership questions as the person who does the membership. If you don't answer the membership questions, I cannot admit you into the group, because it is military affiliated group only. So, and every time we have a brand new role on our job board, we do send an email. So that's why I mentioned the emails, but we also share it in our VertForce group. So the VertForce Facebook group is a great way to get that information and find out about what roles we have available. As a little plug for the VertForce Facebook group, it's also a great place to crowdsource for information. It is a 90,000 strong group. There's a lot of us in there, but people have asked questions for years right in there. So you can search the group for keywords based on the searches that you're looking for, the business areas that you're looking to work in, companies, etc. If you're looking for information or resources, that's a great place to search in. You can also post questions and ask for help. And the community is really fantastic in supporting each other and trying to help you along. So that's a great place to do that. Just make sure you answer the membership questions, please, because otherwise we can't let you in. So to sort of sum that up, we do not have Oconus roles on the job board at this moment, but stay tuned. We do get them as often as we possibly can. We hunt for them. We try for them as much as possible. So stay tuned, hopefully soon. And before we talk about something else, I did want to answer a question that came through our Instagram. Caitlin, which is also my name, so that's hello, spelled the same way, which is funny, wants to know about where to start with a resume after being a stay-at-home mom or military spouse for 13 plus years. You are not alone. Let me start by saying that you are not alone. That was me. That's a lot of us. We totally get it. So if you're not on our Facebook group, that is a great place too, because people ask about resume help all the time. I'm going to start by saying, please don't pay somebody to do your resume. I know I'm going to make a lot of people mad, but please don't pay somebody to do your resume for you. That is a skill that you can learn that is not that hard to learn. And in the long run, it's going to save you so much time and energy, not to mention money, by doing it yourself. Nobody knows you better than you, and your resume is a quick one-sheet glance at who you are as a professional. Paying somebody to do that, they don't know you. They don't know you like you know you. And also, because if you pay somebody to write at every single job you apply for, you're going to have to rely on them to tailor it for this new position. So you should be tailoring your resume to every single job you apply for. So Caitlin, we have a ton of free resources for you. So I'm going to put up a new code for you. I'll also drop it in the thing. Give me a second. Here is our YouTube. That is the QR code. I will drop the link into the chats for you. Just one second. Let me get over to this. This is our YouTube. Head over to our, did it go? I can't see it. So, okay, it looks like it went. Head over to our YouTube. We have a ton of shorts and podcast videos on tailoring your resume, setting up your resume. We also have on our job board. So if you go to jobs.vertforce.us, and at the very top, once you sign in, there is like a little, remember this called, like little header where it says dashboard, jobs, learning, events, and podcasts. If you click learning, we have a course called Resume Bootcamp. It literally takes you from like, you have no resume to writing a full resume. It talks you through all the process that goes into it, all the steps, everything you need to know. And you can kind of skip around based on what information you do need. But that's a great place to start. Like I said, our YouTube is also a great place. On our Instagram, we have tons of resume tailoring tips and things to help you with fine-tuning your resume. There are also other organizations that have lots of free resources. So if you're active duty, I guess even reservist, and you can go on base, Fleet and Family, or whatever it is called for your branch of military, they will have a resume writing service there for you at Fleet and Family. The USO has opportunities to help you with that. Hiring Our Heroes does, MySeco does. They can all help you for free with resume writing resources. Getting a mentor can be very helpful. So there are lots of free resources for you. Caitlin, if you want to reach out, I highly recommend, like, if you join our Facebook group, if you're not in there, search in there for resume. You can also post, and I will answer your post, and I will give you links to all of those resources to help you. Oh yeah, Facebook. Thank you for letting me know to share that link to you. There's like 4 places I have to share it. Okay. Aaliyah, I hope I said that right. I just dropped the link. It's posting. Apparently it's taking a second to share the YouTube link, but that's a great place to check. We have tons of podcasts and shorts and videos with information about writing resumes. So check those out. And you can always post in the Facebook group if you have questions, and I'm happy to help you. And so is the rest of our community as well. So I just shared that YouTube link into the Facebook chat if anybody needs it. And then let's move on to upcoming events. So next week, 1 week from today, guys, very excited for this. 1 week from today, in 7 days, we will be doing Home Buying 101. Very excited for this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take you from whether you've purchased a home before or not, whether, you know, it's your first home, your 18th home, whatever it is, it's going to talk to you all about the steps from like just curious about it to all the way to the end, closing on your home, all the steps in between, all the things you need to know. We're also talking about like common mistakes and missteps that we see in military home buyers, how to avoid them, which is key. And giving you guys a lot of free resources and tips for purchasing a home. And so I'm going to drop those links for you too, so you have them, because this link that I'm dropping that is part of the QR code up there is it'll take you to the event page, and you can RSVP on that event page. You can also get more information about the event on that page. But once you RSVP, you are guaranteeing that you will get the Zoom room link, because it is a virtual event. You'll get the Zoom room link. You'll also receive a recording after the event. So if you have to leave partway through, or you want to watch it again, or you have questions or want to share it with somebody, you will receive, by RSVP, you guarantee that you will receive the recording. Okay. So that event is on August 26th, 1 week from today at 9:30 Pacific time, 12:30 Eastern time. So come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited. We are giving away Starbucks gift cards to 100 live attendees, as well as Stanley tumblers. So it's going to be a great event. If you have questions about it, let me know. I'm happy to answer those. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let me see if I can get that in there. Oh, there it goes. And then, oh, I said shared it twice on Instagram. Sorry, guys. Then we, on September 18th, are doing an event with Imagine 360. So this is the QR code to take you to the Imagine 360 event on September 18th at 12:30 Eastern time. We are doing a Coffee and Connect with Imagine 360. For those of you who don't know what a Coffee and Connect is, we do these often with our employment partners to introduce you to the company. So it's a great chance to learn more about the culture at the company, what they're looking for in employees, and what type of roles they hire for. And so you'll get a chance to meet the recruitment team. At this event, you're going to hear from 2 military spouses, both from the VertForce community, who were in your shoes in the last couple of years. So I had a great conversation last week with one of our guest speakers, and she was in your shoes 2 years ago, exactly where you are, waiting and looking at an event, and then watched the event and then got hired right after the event. And now she's back to tell you her story and how that happened. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited for this one. Imagine 360 is a great company. For those of you who don't know who Imagine 360 is, they are a remote healthcare company. making a lot of changes in the healthcare world, which is really fantastic. It gives you the chance to work for a company that really has its customers at heart, who really wants to make a difference and make an impact in their customers' lives. So come join that. We are giving away Starbucks gift cards at this event as well. I'll drop the link for that. So in case you want to learn more about the event or RSVP, make sure you do RSVP. Just as a quick heads up, I highly recommend doing that, because then it gives you a chance to get the information and learn more about it, and you'll get reminders, and then you won't miss it. And like I said, once you RSVP, you do guarantee that you'll get the recording after the fact in case you miss it or can't stay for the whole thing. But Imagine 360 is fantastic. This is going to be a super fun event. And quick little plug here that I would highly recommend being active on the VertForce Facebook group tomorrow and paying attention to your emails, because we have some very, very exciting news coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned. That will be a lot of fun. And I'm very excited about that one with another employer. So set your notifications on, come hang out in the group, see what's happening, and you'll get some more information about some more upcoming events happening soon. So I now wanted to, if you have questions, this is a great time to start dropping them, because we are going to be wrapping up here in the near-ish future, in the next like 10 minutes or so. But something I wanted to share that I see all the time. And it takes all of my willpower not to say something, because I don't need to go poke my nose somewhere it doesn't really belong. So I want to share this piece of advice for you about spotting scams. And I see it in groups all the time, like every single day. And I saw it this week, and I wasn't going to say something on the comment thread in Facebook, but I'm going to say it here so that you guys get this advice. So this is a tip for you guys, that if you are searching for jobs on Facebook or looking for resources or crowdsourcing for advice, we all do it, right? That's how VertForce started, was in a Facebook group. VertForce, we try very, very, very hard. We spend a lot of dedicated time trying to make sure that this doesn't happen in our group. For this reason. So for the most part, you won't see it in our group, thank goodness, but it is in a lot of other ones that I've seen on Facebook. And so it popped up this week where somebody was asking for resources, job leads, was asking for help, right, on job leads. And somebody commented back with, "Hey, I've got this great opportunity for you. I'll message you." And I'm sure you guys have seen it too. Or they say, "Hey, message me and I'll get you some information." So I just want to ask you, why? Why do they want to take you from a comment thread on a Facebook group into a private message? Just ask yourself that, right? Why do they want to do that? What is their purpose for that? I don't have a reason for you. I don't have an actual answer, because I think you guys are all getting my point here, that they're doing it because it's not a legitimate job. If they're not willing to share the company, the job title, a link to any legitimate business or a link at all, if they're not willing to share information in a comment thread just to give you the information, then they're not there to just share the information with you. If they're trying to get you into a private message, it's because they want to try and convince you that what they're sharing is a good idea. And that is, like, for me, number one red flag. I see it constantly in every single group, pretty much except ours, right? Because, well, I see people trying to do it in our group, but we remove that. If you're not willing to share the information in the comment thread, if they're not willing to do that, I would run the other way. Because if they really wanted to help you, they would just share the company name and let you go do the research on your own. If they really wanted to help you and actually had a legitimate lead for you, they just give you the link, right? They tell you what the job title was and tell you where to go find it on your own. But because they want to get you into a private message, it's either probably a scam, it's probably an MLM, something commission only, right? That's what they're trying to do. So if you see on any Facebook page or anywhere, honestly, on the internet, where somebody is not willing to just share the information with you up front, I would not trust that information. That's just my personal stuff. And maybe you've had better experiences, but I really don't recommend it, because why wouldn't they just give you the information if they have a job lead, right? And, you'll see it in a lot of ways where it's like, oh, I have a great opportunity for you. Just message me. Or they'll try and talk it up a little bit. Oh, I do this and it's great. I can work at home with my kids and I have flexible hours and I work as much as I want and I make a lot of money, but it's still vague and they're not actually giving you a job title, a company name, a link, any information. Hard pass. That's going to be like an immediate no for me. So that's my quick little tip for the week, because I saw it so many times in the last 6 days that I was like, I have to say something, because I know that gets missed a lot. And I know a lot of people really want that information, but just know that if they're not willing to share it up front without getting you somewhere into a private message, then it's probably not a legitimate, real job where you're getting paid for every hour that you put in. So I'm sure you've all seen it. I mean, I'm quite certain you have. So anyways, that's my big tip for the week on spotting scams, is that if somebody doesn't want to give you the information up front, then they're not actually there to help you. Right? Like, that's why, anytime I try to comment, hey, this place is hiring, here is their careers website, or this is the company that is hiring, go find their careers website. I'm not going to try and direct you anywhere else, because I'm literally here just to help you. But just something to keep an eye out on, because you never know. But just ask yourself why. Like, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just give you the information? And it's usually not a good reason. So unless you guys have any questions, we're going to wrap it up for today. Like I said, next week will not be Tuesday Job Talk. It will not be on Tuesday. We have Home Buying 101 at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern time on Zoom. It's a virtual event. I'll put that up. So we are doing this next week, and that's where we will be. And usually after those events, we're pretty tired. So I won't be doing Job Talk on Tuesday, but stay tuned on all of the platforms. We usually post about it, what day we're doing Job Talks. So you'll see the event for next week, and I'll be going live probably on Monday. I will probably be going live. So right around noon Pacific time, in all of the groups. So on Facebook group, on our YouTube, on our LinkedIn, Instagram. And if you have any questions, this is a great place to get those questions answered. And I am here to help. So if you guys need anything in between now and Monday, feel free to reach out on the Facebook group and we'd be happy to help. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week.